One Washington team beat us, so we take it on the baseball team. Yeah, the Wizards. I already talked about the Wizards in the last video, but what about their baseball team, man? It just dawned on me, on when I started recording. And man, I really wish the Heat would have won that game. I really wish. However, though, this will do. And I complain, okay? I complain sometimes, and this is off camera too, so you probably wouldn't believe me. I complain that every time the Marlins would get at least some sort of scoring, the Washington Nationals would figure out a way to score right back, either tie it up or go ahead, score, and then they would absolutely beat us and marvelously beat us all the time. This is an opposite. Instead, we are the pesky fish. The pesky fish to beat the Nationals and win this series. Win this series for the first time since 2023 against the Nationals. And with this win against the Nationals, it automatically ties how many wins we beat the Nationals last season. We only beat them twice all of last season. This week, we already beat them twice, and not only beat them twice, but win the series on the rubber match against the Nationals. We probably should have swept them. But winning the series, I'll take it, man. All right, man. Mackenzie Gore, he is a good pitcher, a really good pitcher, going up against Cal Quantrill. And Quantrill had some problems. I'm not saying he won us the game, because he definitely did not. What I'm saying is, he had problems with the pitching command. The pitching command was not there today. It wasn't. So what happened was, there was it started off good. Kyle flied out to center, which is another good catch by Derek Hill. But he keeps working a walk. He kept working a walk. Wood stole second, Ruiz singled, so there's two men on. And low walk, so bases loaded with just one out. But then, Josh Bell comes in the plate, and it's a ground out, like a little bit of a chop down to home plate. And our catcher, and wouldn't you believe it too, the catcher for the Marlins, the third string, is Rob Brantley, who was a Marlin back in around 2012, as far as I remember. What he did was a high IQ play. He picks up the baseball, comes back, steps on home plate, so there's a forced outs coming at home, which is an absolutely good play, and throws the first to get Wood, or not Wood. I think, let me see if I remember this. Wood. Oh yeah, no. Wood is out at first to get Bell out. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I had a little bit of a brain fart, but double play from home to first base. There you go. Bottom of the first 1-3 inning. This is where Quantrill's pitching command was just not there. Garcia singles to left. This is top of the second now. Rosario then singled to center. Garcia goes to third. De Jong, not De Jong. I'm sorry, folks. De Jong with the flight out center, so there's an out there. But Young for the Nationals. Let me just double check his name one more time, because I don't know why I'm having just a tiny bit of a brain fart. Jacob Young. There we go. That's what I thought. Jacob Young. He's a Marlins killer. He once again hits a single, and it's only one pitch. Hits a single to left, and Washington jumps ahead 1-0. And, with Mackenzie Gore pitching, it's so much harder now. And I was thinking the worst, and I always think the worst when something like this happens, because the Marlins, I like to see the Marlins prove people wrong, okay? That's the pressure here. But Call grounded a double play, another double play to end the inning. So it could have been a lot worse. Bottom the second, though. Wagaman works a walk. Okay, fine. Derek Hill sacrificed the pitcher that allowed Wagaman to go to second. I don't feel like this is a sacrifice, though. I understand why they're ruling it, but he was really bunting for a hit. What happened was Gore made a good play. Gore made an absolutely beautiful play to throw Hill out at first. Then Bride struck out looking, which we all know the deal with Jonah Bride. But still, Wagaman's at second, so here comes Niner, Griffin Conine. And it took plenty of pitches. Full count. There's a slider foul. And the seventh pitch, Niner hits the baseball up the center, which is major because I don't think Mackenzie Gore even gave up a base hit in this season. He has been in control of the season and has given up a run. And it's a game-tying run that will allow Wagaman to score. So good job by Niner to tie it up. Then Sonoha struck out swinging. And how about Sonoha? Man, his playing style, I cannot lay my eyes off of his play style. He is, first impression, I absolutely love it. I adore it. Top of the third, Wood walks. There's a fielder's choice to second. And then double play. Another double play. 3 double plays already. Bottom third, 1 to 3 inning. We don't talk about that. Top of the fourth, more problems for Quantrill. Bell struck out swinging. There's an out. Garcia grounded to second. So two outs already, with looking pretty good. But then Rosario worked the walk. Pitching is either out of control, wild throw, and cannot find a strike zone. And in a wild pitch that was so bad that Rosario could just jog his way to second base. And DeHong single to left. That allows Rosario to score. That's bad. Jacob Young works a walk, and Cole hits a single to left. That allows DeHong to score. It's all of a sudden a 3-1 Nationals lead once more. Wood then finally ground out to second. Problems for Quantrill. Problems. Fortunately, though, Quantrill has the offensive support. So the bottom of the fourth comes. We talk a little bit of. Nobody really talks much about the shade, the shadows, but it's a problem. Sometimes it could be a problem when the shadow comes in and peeks through the home plate, and then eventually the pitcher's mound. It's a problematic sort of because the roof is open, which is a gorgeous day in Miami. Oh my goodness. But what happened? Here's what happened here. So Stowers, I am adoring Kyle Stowers. Early impressions, Kyle Stowers. This is a fleece trade to get Connor Norby, who will be back soon. Oh, I can't wait. And Kyle Stowers, only for Trevor Rogers. But Stowers hits a single to center, which is awesome. And then, what planet do we live in with Eric Wagaman hitting another baseball? That ball should have been a triple. However, what happened is that baseball snuck underneath the padding, and that ball was just gone. That ball was gone. So I'm not going to say this often, especially at Lone Depot Park, but Lone Depot Park style type of padding, that ball was gone underneath it all. So it's a ground rule double, and a ground rule double pretty much means when the batter hits the baseball and the ball disappears, whether it bounces over the fence or it snucks through underneath something, so it's automatically a double. So it's a ground rule double. But Stowers, if that didn't happen, Stowers would have scored from that from first base. But it's a ground rule double, so Stowers had to go back to third. But still, this is still good news because there's a player at third and second. Derek Hill struck out swinging. Man, that would have been bad because here comes Jonah Bride. Jonah Bride, as I like to say with Bethencourt last season, automatic out. But not this time. We live on the planet where somehow, some way, an infield single to the pitcher is an RBI single. Here's what happened. So it's a chopper, right? This is that similar play where Brantley, right? Brantley was hanging around at, or Brantley was sticking around at home plate. He comes back to take a step. It's almost something similar. However, while that ball was in that zone, right? Ruiz, the catcher, was out of position, right? And here's what happened, right? Ruiz went a little bit towards the infield to the left. And with that chopper, Kyle Stowers was running. He was running like there's no tomorrow. That hustle is why the Marlins have scored in this one. Because it wasn't going to be Ruiz, it was going to be Gord that has to get that baseball. And Stowers not only avoided attack, but he hustled so fast to home plate, and he scores. So not only Bry gets a RBI in this one, which I'm shocked about that, but more credit goes to Stowers for hustling, man. What a hustle by Stowers. I mean, my goodness, he's fast. Conine struck out swinging, that's bad. But I talked about Sanoha, how I adored his playing style. Guess what? He gets a base hit up the center, easily scores Wagaman, and the Marlins tied it up just like that. What are we seeing this? This is what I mean. Marlins score. Oh, the Nationals would could easily tie it up. But this is the Marlins now that's doing the opposite. They don't just let the teams walk over them. No, they fight back. And that's what I love about this team. They actually fight back. They don't give up. And that's what I strongly appreciate. I think we all should appreciate that. So, anyway, Brantley flied out to center. Tie game though. Quantrill still having little problems. But Lowe, so Ruiz singled to right, fine. Then Lowe grounded to third. That allows Ruiz to to go to second. But there's an out at first. Then Ruiz tries to steal third, and Brantley with a nice throw and a beautiful throw to third, and he is out at third. My God. I think Sanoha, if I remember correctly, he was a third baseman. He caught that ball as an easy pick off the third and gets Ruiz out at third base, which was awesome. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Which is fantastic. Fantastic play. And then Bell struck out swinging. No problems. Bomb to fifth. Oh, man, we had opportunities. Edwards singled. Edwards stole second. Lopez worked a walk. Stowers unfortunately struck out swinging. Lopez the second. Edwards did get caught stealing third. So there's two outs there. And Wagman with the infield single to shortstop. And Hill grounded to first. Man, we had an opportunity there. Quantrill's day is done. And here's another thing I will say this. Regarding fielder's choice, Marlins would hustle the first, and they will not get doubled up as much as they probably should. So the speed is impactful. All right, top of the sixth, Henriquez only took 4 or 5 pitches to get out of the top of the sixth. Nice job there. Bomb the sixth, though. Bomb the sixth. Bry popped up. Okay, fine. Conine walked, and Gore with a wild pitch. And Mackenzie Gore is kind of losing it. He's kind of losing it. I don't think his confidence was there no more since the Marlins are actually fighting back that he's not used to. There's Sanoha with another base hit. He hits to left, and Conine goes to third. So instead of Brantley, the catcher, Liam Hicks comes in to pinch hit for Brantley because Clayton McCullough feels like Liam Hicks is a better offensive choice to get a score in, whether if it's a sacrifice fly or a base hit. And at that point, it turned out to be a good move. Sanoha stole second, which is a pretty nice steal. And Liam Hicks hits a dime to center, and it was deep enough for Niner to score. It's a sacrifice fly, and the Marlins take the lead 4-3. Great hit by Hicks. It's not a base hit, but a sacrifice fly, we'll take it. We'll take anything to get it, and that is exactly the design play. And Edwards grounded to the pitcher. That was unfortunate. Tinoco got himself a little bit of a problem. So Liam Hicks is catching, fine. But Jacob Young, always a pain in the neck. And Sanoha with a little bit of an aggressive play to try to throw him out at first. I mean, if he was going to reach first, it was like 3/4 into the first base. I kept the ball. I would have kept that baseball. But he tried. He absolutely tried to throw him out at first. That throw ended up being wild. So that's an error by Sanoha. Cole grounded the fielder's choice to the pitcher. And what happens is Tinoco, absolutely great play. Beautiful play by Tinoco. Gets the baseball, takes a look at Young, and gets close, and they call him in a rundown. And eventually Young was tagged out at second. Great play. Now Wood walked. Ruiz fouled out to third, okay? Then Lowe struck out swinging. Good rebound inning by Tinoco. Oh, man, beautiful. Then the bottom of the seventh, I feel like that's where we won this game. So Lopez flied out to right, fine. I mean, that was close to getting a home run. But then Cal Stowers, another hit, beats the throw. Wagaman, what the heck? We live in a world where Wagaman's actually hitting a baseball good. Another base hit for him. I think that's a second of the game, or third. So Stowers goes to second. Hill then grounded to fielder's choice. Wagman would be out at second, and Hill would reach first, no problem. Then, pinch hitter is Matt Mervis. Comes in for Jonah Bride. And what a great decision by Clayton McCullough. Because 2 pitches later, Matt Mervis destroys that baseball to center. Destroyed that baseball. And it's gone. Another home run by Matt Mervis. I think that's his 5th of the season. His 3rd home run in a row. 3rd game in a row with the home run. That is a 411 feet bomb to center. Goodbye. I mean, Matt Mervis is red hot. And the score is 7-3 Marlins. Konine then works a walk, and Sanoha line out to center. That's not the major point. The major point is Matt Mervis does it again, adds some insurance, and ultimately, that probably would have won this game. Anthony Bender comes in. Matt Mervis now the DH. He struggled at first. Bell worked a walk. Garcia singled to left. He's struggling. But then, Rosario flied out to center. DeHong flied out to center. Jacob Young, the player to really need to get out, grounded the fielder's choice. Get the shortest route out. Good rebound by Anthony Bender. So it would have been Calvin Fauché at the 9th inning. Except here's why it wasn't. Lucas Sims struggled big time. I mean, he struggled. So Liam Hicks works a walk. Edwards then works a walk. Otto Lopez comes in, and he doubles to center, which would allow Hicks to score to make it 3-8 Miami. We got some insurance run. And then Cal Stowers hits a huge double to right. That goes into the gap. And Edwards and Lopez scores. It's now 10-3 Miami, and they have blown it open. And at that point, now I know this is game 7 match. The game is blown open. It is a blowout for the Marlins, and unexpectedly so. And Wagaman worked a walk, and guess what? Still nobody out. There's 2 men on, nobody out. The Marlins are now rolling in the 8th inning. So Henry now comes in to pitch for Sims. Hill grounded the fielder's choice to third. Wagman is out. Matt Mervis struck out swinging. That was a big swing. And then Niner gets another insurance run in. It's now 11-3 Miami. So Stowers scores. Okay, this is pretty good. Sanoha struck out looking, but I'm like, okay, we can just end it at the top of the 9th. Tyler Phillips comes in to pitch. Call worked a walk. There's a fielder's different defense indifference. So Call goes second easily. Wood struck out swinging. Awesome. Ruiz grounded to Tyler Phillips. Then there was a wild throw by Phillips. And then Lowe hits a single to right. So Washington gets one back. It's now 11-4 Miami. And Bell struck out looking. Ball game. 11-4 Miami win and a series win. So look out, MLB. The Marlins might be a surprising team. And I'm enjoying it. I'm absolutely enjoying it. 14 hits, 1 error, and 11 runs. They have officially got a new season high of points, which is 11. That's a dog. 10 hits for the Nats, only 4 came in. The winning pitcher is Henriquez. Henriquez gets the win here, but Mackenzie Gore gets a loss here. That's a shocker. That is a shocker right there. Pitching from the Marlins, only 5 strikeouts. 2 of them came from Quantrill. 3 came from the bullpen. Washington does have 9 strikeouts, and 7 of those came from Mackenzie Gore. Gore is a really good pitcher. In fact, they're saying he's their ace. I believe he is their ace. But Jorge Lopez, the former Marlin, gave up that home run. That's the big difference. Marlins with an off day tomorrow. The next series is against the Diamondbacks. That's the series where we hope to get one win. I like to get one win against the Diamondbacks. They have a 9-7 record right now, the Diamondbacks. The NL West is a dog fight. The dog fight. And we struggle a lot against the Diamondbacks. In fact, we struggle a lot against the NL West. Maybe exception of the Giants and the Rockies, but big series. I think this is a big series coming up. So next game for the Marlins is actually Tuesday. Not tomorrow, but Tuesday against the Diamondbacks. All right? We have a 6:40 game on Tuesday, 6:40 game on Wednesday, and a very early 12:10 game on Thursday. So 9 o'clock a.m. Arizona time, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So early day on Thursday, I feel like, if nothing else is going on, which I don't think so. So one game and done on Thursday. And we hope to get the win. I'm asking for one win. If you win a series, bam, that'll be awesome. All right, man, I'm done rambling. Yeah, man, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this from start to finish, hit the like button, subscribe for content. I will not talk Marlins baseball tomorrow because there is no game. There is no game, man. Oh, and the Marlins are back 1 game above 500. All right, man, that's going to do it. One more game I'm going to talk about in a little bit. I will get that. I'll get my jersey on ready. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.